Hello, everyone. My name is James Jesso, the host of Adventures Through the Mind podcast. And what I've got for you today is a clip from an interview I did where I was the interviewee for the Spirit Plant Medicine Conference and the Conscious Living Radio out in Vancouver. They have a Facebook Live interview thing that they were doing to lead up to the Spirit Plant Medicine Conference that was in November of 2019. And they were interviewing a bunch of the speakers, myself included. And this particular clip is after Stephen Gray asked me what my thoughts are on how we should deal with regulations around psychedelics in a structure of legalization here in Canada. Specific question he asked me is present in the clip, and this is my response to that question. Before we get into it, please hit like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more psychedelic content. Additionally, if you're interested in smaller clips of my show, you can head to the At Mine Clips channel, my secondary channel, and subscribe to that too. Links are everywhere, all over the place. You'll find them. Jump over. Enough said. Here is that clip and my thoughts on how to legislate and regulate psychedelics here in Canada.
Let me ask you this, James.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a two-part question.
I love this.
But before you try to answer the first one, let me go to the second part. The first part would be, do you think that all psychedelics should be legalized? And if the answer is yes, then that automatically implies there's going to have to be a lot of regulation. So then the question is, how do we deal with this kind of like you're concerned, and I am, and many other people are, about over regulation and control by sort of old boys clubs and all that. So first of all, then, do you think all the psychedelics should be legalized in the same way cannabis is? Not in the same exact way, but you know what I mean. Legal for all adults or whatever.
I think that the prohibition of drugs in general and the stark consequences of the criminalizing around that prohibition is a fool's game. It's getting us nowhere except worse off constantly. And if there was a response to our prohibition, I would say the best response is to get rid of that prohibition because it's not working.
Right.
Does that mean legalize psychedelics? I don't know, but definitely we need to start rethinking how we're working with psychedelics, because prohibition is not working well on any level whatsoever, just like it never has. Every time it's been tried to be put together, it's like people want to get high. No matter how illegal you make it, they're going to fucking get high. And if there's a market for it, people are going to make money. And then if they've got money and it's illegal, and they're going to do their best to protect it, and they're going to, so there's just like all these issues around prohibition that I'm not going to like go on about. Yeah.
What do you think of the Portuguese situation, the way they've done it?
From my tertiary understanding, it seems like they decriminalized all drugs.
The
consequence of that was a shifting from a criminal approach to drug use to a public health approach to drug use, and it has created positive benefit. So there's I think what I'm looking for, there's proof of work for decriminalizing if your concern is lessening the harm drug use, illicit drug use, is having on the most vulnerable aspects or areas of our population.
Well put.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to getting rid of the harms prohibition creates onto itself, which is all the things it proposes to resolve, that's well and good. And also, then there's the issue of how do we create effective structures for the distribution, consumption, sale, practicing, providing of substances. And each of these substances is different and requires a different approach. And so there's going to, I think, need and should be regulation that is intelligently formed around each substance, that is unique to each substance or class of substance.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Intelligently being the keyword.
Yeah, with not just harm reduction, but benefit optimization, When it comes to psychedelics, I think that needs to be there too. And there also needs to be, just like I said before, like an intelligent, informed approach to what that looks like. And it needs to include enough spaciousness for those who have already been leading the industry on the underground to have a say in what is the best way to structure these things to optimize benefits and to reduce harm. What that looks like, I don't know, and I think I would be, it would be ill placed for me to try to pretend like I know what that looks like.
Beautifully said, James. I think that could be taken down, in written language and put out as a kind of a general, mission statement almost for these. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for tuning in. I got a bunch of different interviews that I've done over the years with different people, as in like I have been the interviewee, and there's actually a playlist here on the channel for you to check out those interviews. So please head over and do that. If you run a podcast and you want to have me on your show, that'd be great. I'm into it. Hit me up. If you're not yet a subscriber, please become a subscriber. If you're not yet a subscriber of the Clips channel, where I take smaller pieces of my larger podcast episodes and put them out for easy digestibility and shareability, please head to the @Mind Clips channel and become a subscriber there. Always hit the little bell for the notifications. And please consider reaching out to my Patreon as well, patreon.com/James W. James W. Jesso, if you'd like to support the channel financially. So that's it. Thank you very much, and take care.